Hey guys, Coach Tab here. It is Super Sunday, and Sunday is for weightlifting. So we got a lot of stuff. As you can see, it's a full board today. Your sugar wad is full. We got lots of pieces to get through. Let's get right into it. 5 minutes cardio of your choice. Go for a little run. Do some jumping jacks, burpees, running on the spot. You pick it. Just move. Get your heart rate up for 5 minutes. When you come in, this is going to be a standard little weightlifting warm-up movement as we go through on the Sundays. We're going to get into 5 sun salutations. Weather is slowly getting better, so what we want to do is salute the sun. We're going to reach up, push your hips forward, nice straight legs, reach behind you, and push back. And you're going to do that 5 times, each time progressively pushing forward more, reaching up to the sky more, and then trying to get a little bit further back each time. Once you've done 5 sun salutations, on the 5th, so this is my 5th reach up, my last one, my hands are going to run down the inside of my legs. I'm going to hinge, grab my ankles, and boom, I'm going to sit in this baby maker for 30 seconds. Keeping my chest up, shoulder blades back, my weight's on my heels, and I'm just stretching out my hips a little bit. So we got a 30-second baby maker. Slowly at the end of that 30 seconds, I want you to start moving from side to side. We're going to start to go lateral. And as you stand up, we're going to get into 4 Cossack squats with a 5-second pause. Again, we've been working a lot on these squats. Hips back, shift over. Weight is over your heel, but your knee stays over your toe, and you're going to come down as far as you can, keeping your heel on the floor. You're going to hold here for 5, nice and strong, stand up, shift angles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 4 Cossack squats, and finishing off with our vinyasa flow. From here, you're going to be down in pike position. So I want you to start in this position from your tippy toes, balls of your feet. Elbows are going to be coming in close. You're going to dive bomb down, push up, core tight, and from there you're going to come back down, low plank, push back, and then push and open up your shoulders. You'll feel this down the backs of your legs, your hamstrings, your calves. From here, you're back to position number 1. Dive down as close to the floor as you can. Come on up. From here, down, close, and push it back. Nice and slow, guys. Don't rush this flow. 3 full vinyasas. Now we're going to get into our shoulder prep series. Again, you're seeing these a lot, trying to strengthen the smaller fibers of our shoulders, get some good activation, and also strengthen our upper backs. So from here, you're going to be down on the floor, face down. Let's look at my bottom half. I'm pointing my toes, squeezing my ankles together. Arms are out to the side. And from here, I'm going to elevate my shoulders or elevate my arms by squeezing and pulling my shoulders down and back. And that's the motion for T's. I'm going to go for 10 of these. Now, if over time these start to feel easy, grab something super light and put it in your hand. Maybe you have bean bags in your house. Maybe you've got cans of like tomato paste. Something light, nothing too heavy. They'll burn too much, but a little bit of weight in your hands will kick these up a notch for sure. So we've got 10 T's. Second position is the Y position. Again, my shoulder blades are down and back. I'm coming down. I'm pushing up. Y. W, I'm coming down to this position. I'm squeezing, I'm down and squeezing up as far as I can, going through that rotation. 10 of each, 10 T's, 10 Y's, 10 W's. Our shoulders are ready to go, upper body's ready to go. Of course, as weightlifters, we need to be explosive, so now is the time. Yes, we can't lift the heavy weight, we don't have barbells, but what can we do to train our explosiveness? That's our plyometrics. You got 3 pieces coming into your plyometrics. It's going to be your choice if you want to superset it or not. So you can either go 3 sets of the broad jumps, taking a rest, and then move on to single leg broad jumps, and then to the kneeling squats. Or you can do 1 set of broad jumps, 1 set of single legs, one set of jump squats and move through that 3 times. That's completely up to you. Let's take a look at the broad jump. What you're looking here is to be explosive. You're gonna go for 5 jumps. So 5 jumps total, as explosive as you can get. Now, if you don't have space wherever you're working out, just hopefully you have enough space to get at least 1 jump in. So from here, my feet are at hip distance. I'm hinging into my good athletic position, and I'm going to jump. When I land, what I'm working on is looking, is my torso tight, is my core tight, torso up. I'm landing in that good quarter squat. My knees are out. It's a strong base. I'm balanced. I'm not falling over my toes. I'm not losing balance. If I don't have space, I'm just going to jump back. If I do have a length, I'm going to try landing, resetting, and jumping again. You've got 5 broad jumps. Next step is the single leg broad jump. Same thing, but now we're going unilateral. How strong, and you'll be able to see if one leg is stronger than the other. Getting into that good same jumping position, and you're going to jump and try and squeeze the landing. Switch feet, jump with the other foot. So you're going 5 jumps each leg. Okay? Switch feet every time, so it's a total of 10 jumps. The third one, I'm gonna have some fun with this. Now, I'm gonna show you what it looks like. If you can't execute it, I'm gonna show you what some scales are for it. So the kneeling jump, from your knees, you're gonna do the following. I want you to tuck your toes underneath your butt. So right now my toes are tucked under. What I'm doing is learning that your jump or explosiveness comes from your hips. So what I'm going to do is my arms are behind. I am going to try and thrust my hips open enough for me to land in that squat. From there, my feet come down, core tight again, land in that squat. Okay? Now, if you're not ready for that, what I want you to do is you're going to get into that thrust, you're going to open, get 1 foot up, and then alternate feet. Hips, open. Okay? You can even build on that. Hips, leg, and drive up. Okay? So again, if you can't go with the full 2 feet, you're going to come down, you're going to open leg, and try and drive up. Hopefully eventually we'll work on some mobility and power to get up. If this is easy, well then take away your toes. Okay? So start with your toes flat. See if you can generate enough power to close and open. You'll see you'll need a significant amount more power to go from flat legs. There's your challenge for the day. There's your plyo for the day. 3 sets. There's your reps. Have some fun with the plyo. Rest as needed. Again, don't rush these. You know, for true plyometric training, it is maximal output. So I want you to put everything into every single jump. We're gonna get into some snatch technique. I know you guys are missing the barbells. I want you to grab a broomstick, a PVC pipe, anything that you can use. Just be careful around you that you don't hit anything. You know, we don't need to be heavy to work on our movement patterns. If you can focus this time on getting solid reps with proper movement patterns, when you start to put weight back on the bar, your technique should be better. We're going to devote 10 minutes to moving just a bar. No weights, just a bar. Everything is going to be 30 seconds, or every 30 seconds for 4 sets. So again, 2 minutes for each movement. First movement, every 30 seconds, you're going to work on the scarecrow. So the scarecrow is, you're going to pull your elbows high and wide, and punch. Coming down, elbows high and wide, and punch. So making sure you're nice and explosive, but feeling that elbows are high, my shoulders are squeezing, boom, and my head is through. I'm here and through. Some people still tend to drop, so I really want you to focus on getting up and over the bar. Elbows are pulling wide, and that nice aggressive punch up to the sky. Your next one is going to be the snatch balance. You're going to bring your bar to your back. You're making sure that your elbows are underneath that bar. Core is tight. Take that breath in and work on your fast hips, landing and punch out. Reset your feet every time, bring that bar back in, core tight. Gonna drive your hips back, land and catch, making sure you're as stable as possible. That's number 2. Again, every 30 seconds, you're gonna work on 5 to 10. You hit 5 to 10, take a quick rest, reset. You're gonna do that for 2 minutes. Every 30 seconds. Now we're looking at 5 to 10 muscle snatches. From there, you're gonna go from your knee, you're gonna open and catch tall. So you're putting that scarecrow together, nice and tall, open, snatch tall. What we're working on is keeping your shoulders over the bar, driving from your hips, getting that contact in your hip, and then scarecrow pull, punch through. So again, putting it together, there's no re-dip, I'm opening, and there's my muscle snatch. Coming down into the hang power snatch, still from hang. Now we're gonna use the dip. So I'm still gonna open drive, but I'm gonna catch underneath, catching in power position. Power means I'm catching above parallel. Top of the knee, open your hip, come on down, catching power. That is D. Finishing off with your last one. You're working every 30 seconds. 5 snatches below the knee, chest up, shoulder blades back. Give you a nice slow pull until you get to the knee. That's when you accelerate all the way down and come back up. So again, focus and feel your points. Are your knees pushing out? Are you over the bar? Or are you setting up behind? Really feel it out. Chest up, shoulder blades back. As I'm pulling this bar back nice and close to me. Once that bar passes my knees, I'm gonna accelerate quickly. That bar is gonna make contact with my hips where I shrug, I'm pulling back, and I'm under nice and quick. This is your snatch technique focus points. Take your time, don't rush them. If you're finding the time domain is too short, shorten the reps, but get me nice quality reps. This gets you all nice and warm for the actual meat and potatoes of the session. This is going to be your hypertrophy training for today. Let's actually build some muscle. We have our lower body superset, we have a push-pull superset, we have a triceps superset, and then of course, we have our core. Taking a look at our lower body superset, single leg box squats. Want you to find a weight. Some of you guys may not need the weight, so I'm going to show you actually without the weight first. You're going to have a target, preferably lower than your hip crease, a little bit lower than your knee crease if you can. You're finding that spot where you're anchoring your leg, keeping your torso up, opening up or pushing out your hip. You're reaching back as far as you can, and you're going to stand up. You're going to alternate legs. Reach back as far as you can, and stand up. If you can do this weighted, you got a couple options for your weight. You can hold your weight in front rack. Reach back and drive up. You can hold your weight in suitcase. Reach back and drive up. Find that spot where it's going to be comfortable. We're doing what we call a pyramid for your single leg squats. You've got 10 on one leg, or 10 on each leg. Take a rest. 8, 8, 6, 6, 4, 4, and 2, 2. So it's 5 rounds of decreasing reps. Make sure these are challenging for you. Set up a challenging depth for you to drive from. Making sure you're driving from your heel, keeping your knees out, and really reaching back with your butt. We're going to superset that with weighted good mornings. So if you have a dumbbell, what you're going to do is you're going to take that dumbbell, and with a good grip, you're just going to put it up and over. You're going to rest it on your shoulders. Core is tight. Make sure you have a good grip on that dumbbell. Pushing your hips back. You're coming down and driving open. Core tight, pushing hips back, coming down and driving open. If you don't feel secure with the dumbbell on your back, or you don't feel that your dumbbell is heavy enough, and you maybe have two dumbbells, what you're going to do is you're going to hold the dumbbells in front rack. Squeeze them nice and tight, and don't let them get away from you. I'm squeezing tight, I'm coming down and driving up. So put the weight on the front and drive up, but you got to keep them nice and close to you. They should never be dropping away. So there's two positions that you can do the good mornings in. Go through the pyramid, so 10 reps per leg, 10 good mornings. 8 reps per leg, 10 good mornings. Superset it, so alternate between the two movements. Your push-pull superset. We've got 2 movements coming in. We're going to work on the floor press. We've been doing these quite a bit. From the floor press, when you're down, what we're working on is shoulders in contact, much like if you had a bench, hips in contact. You're going to take your dumbbells, find a challenging weight, nice and tight. You're going to punch up to the sky and come back down to that 90 degrees. My shoulder blades are squeezing. I'm going to punch up and come down. Nice and tight. Squeeze your butt, punch up, and come down. Safely, once you're done your set, just put your dumbbells down. That's your floor press. For your pullovers, if you have a chair without a back on it, this would work the best. So a stool, make sure the stool's not too high. I've got Jordan's stool right here. This will work out well. A bench works out well. Anything that will support your body and shoulders. So from this position, I've got my upper back on the bench. My feet are firmly planted. I can squeeze my butt. I'm in a good firm position. From here, I'm going to take my dumbbell. I'm going to carefully lock it over with both fingers. I'm making a diamond. I'm going to reach above and pull right over my face. So I'm going to reach as far behind till my shoulders are flat. Don't go beyond. So don't let your shoulder go below the bench. If it's not comfortable, you've probably gone too far. What you're doing is you're just going to parallel and pull back on top. What we're working here is your lats. There's your superset. 10 floor presses, 10 pullovers, 4 rounds. Going into triceps. Oh, I messed that up. Sorry. My push-pull superset is 10 floor presses and 10, here's the pull, upright rows. I messed that up. Sorry. Here's my upright row. My core is tight. I'm in that good athletic position in that hinge, and I'm going to row upright. If you can't go with 2, you're just going to go with 1 and then alternate arms. So there's my push-pull superset, floor press and upright row, 4 times 10 each. Moving on to my tricep superset. I just showed you the dumbbell pullover. We have dips. We've been working quite a bit on dips. You can get 1 chair or 2. 1 chair, walk your feet out. Easier is feet flat on the floor. Harder is toes up to the sky, but what I want is your hip close to the chair. So I don't want your hips out here. I want your hips here. So make that L position, driving down and up. If you want to make this more difficult, put your feet up. Down and up. Want to make it even more tougher? Add a weight. There's your options for the tricep dips. 3 rounds of 8 to 10. Finishing off the set with a diamond push-up. Hands are going to make a diamond. Look at my diamond. So index fingers, thumbs. Put it on the floor. Now, if you have trouble with these, stay on your knees. If you're okay, you're going to come up in plank position. Staying nice and tight. You're down. That diamond goes to your chest and you're back up. Again, if you can't, put light pressure, knees on the floor. down, and coming back up. Triceps are gonna be on fire. That's a triplet superset. Pullovers, dips, push-ups. We finish the day with some core, weighted straight leg roll-ups. Here's your roll-up. My legs are straight. My core is tight. Put my arms in front. Here's my straight legs. So absolutely no lower body help. That's too easy. Grab a weight. Looking up, pushing up through the weight, squeezing my butt tight. Drive up. There's my roll-up. Drive up. There's my roll-up. Going into the reverse crunch. Now my legs are going to be in the air. My heels to the sky. And what I'm doing is trying to get my butt up off the floor. Butt up. You're going 4 rounds there. 4 times 8 to 10. Straight leg curl-ups. 4 times 10 butt-ups. That is your Super Sunday weightlifting. Enjoy, guys. Have some fun. Please post your scores, comments. Let me know how you're doing. Have a great day.